Hello guys, hope you're well. So I just want to record a video about self-worth. So a lot of us run into the problem of having our self-worth tied up in external things. And what I mean by that is we say that we're important when other people praise us, when we achieve certain things. So in terms of sports, in terms of creative acts, in terms of business, in terms of relationships, in terms of education, any of these things, these external measures, we define our level of self-importance from it. Now it makes sense why we do this. We do it because at some level, at some point in our lives, we were wounded. So we felt on a deep level that we were a bit flawed, that we weren't really worthy of that own importance. So we directed it outwards. So it's almost this, if you visualize yourself and all these different attachments coming from your body, and that we've tied our self-worth onto different things that move out there. So different people, different positions and jobs, different relationships, different circumstances. So because of the nature of life, those things aren't in our control. So as they move, and they will, it's almost as if that anchor gets pulled out from us. So it's going to leave a mark. Now, enough marks, enough pain that we endure, it's going to remind us that having our sense of importance tied up out there isn't really the best way. It's not really the most liberating way to live a life, because it's always caught up in what's happening out there. It's always dependent on something that we can't really control. So the point of this whole video is, it's to notice in what areas of our lives are we actually attaching our sense of importance or our value to certain things out there. And if we are, it's to practice bringing them home. So I wrote a poem this morning, and it was untie your self-worth from their minds and gently tie it back to your heart. Now when I talk about the heart, it's that unchanging place in yourself. So it doesn't care if you're making loads of money, if you're in really healthy relationship, if you're feeling good, if you are really healthy. It doesn't matter what measure is fulfilled. It just has that place of sense of self-worth as you are. So without needing to do anything, without needing to please anyone or go anywhere or do anything, it's just there. So that's that constant place. Now to get to that place, we need to practice, or we need to come to the realization that tying up there, out there, isn't really working for us. And then we bring it home as a practice. We bring it home so that we can actually start to accept ourselves and start to get to know ourselves on a deeper level, and ultimately have a better relationship with ourselves. Because when we have a better relationship with ourselves, when we're happier in our own skin, then every other relationship in our lives change, because they're all an external product of a relationship with ourselves. So this is just a practice to notice, where are we handing over our control, handing over our importance or our dependence on happiness to something out there, and how can we bring it home? How can we anchor it back in ourselves? How can we come back into that unchanging place where we sit with ourselves long enough to have a good relationship with ourselves? So I hope you enjoyed the message, and I'd really appreciate it if you could share the message, or any comments, just let me know. So thanks and take care.